loving all these ski matches. I'm a little biased, but
yeah, we got some. It's a Sunday, you know. I feel like it's Gi Sunday.
yeah, you got to wear your suit, right?
Both of these guys been on Toro Cups for a majority of their grappling career since their blue belt days, really. I believe both guys had their first matches as blue belts here and now brown belts. And two very, I think, comparable guys in terms of style, in terms of approach. It's just that Jacob has a little bit more of that wrestling, but we see Mike's the one on the wrestle up here early, and it's a little action-packed here to get things going here.
Yeah, I mean, Jacob came out with that physicality, but Mike was able to solidify that sweep.
Circling on that pass is Mike, and, you know, Mike said, and, you know, he made light of it on social media saying that he feels at least 30% better at jiu-jitsu since he dyed his hair blonde. But, you know, a lot of that has to do with the fact that he's probably training harder than he has in a long time. He looks great. He's had some wins in the past couple months. He's riding a high momentum. And then Jacob's a guy who is just always ready to go. Unless he's injured, he's going to say yes to pretty much any comp, any rule set, any time. 2-3 weeks ago on the ADCC Atlanta mats, now here in Durham.
Mike was jockeying for that upper body positioning, able to get a crossface. Needs to be careful. Jacob has his left hand on the hip with an inside elbow. If he tries to go to 3/4 from here, he can get off balance very easily.
Yeah, and it's actually playing out kind of the opposite so far of how I would expect. I would have expected Mike to be the one ending up in that bottom half guard against Jacob, or playing full guard against Jacob, but Jacob Polansky, not somebody we see in the gi often, and also we don't see him playing a ton of guard, so we'll see what kind of answers. He really likes that butterfly look so far.
That's always the interesting, too. I'm curious what type of gripping they're used to do, because when somebody goes from no gi to gi, sometimes they grab the gi just for the sake of grabbing, because they're like, well, it's there, I have to, right?
Instead of the actual spot.
The intentionality, but very intentional 2-on-1 elbow there with the gi.
Sitting up on a big arm drag
Looked
attempt.
to drag, yes.
Connected, much better connection here for Polansky on this butterfly look. He's trying to get the weight moving around.
He needs to get over that left knee there. He's over it with his arm. He needs to try to... Oh, Jacob's trying to sell off for a little Kimura there. Might lose some positioning, though.
We talked about that in our pre-show, how he has a great Kimura trap game. Double dog bar from Mike Murray. Jacob looks a little unbothered so far. So hard to get that move one-footed, let alone two feet involved, yeah. Crunch.
Back to closed guard. Jacob's done a good job of getting back to closed.
Yeah, I mean, he trains. You know, obviously he's known as a guy with a good top game, but he trains at a school where I think almost everyone who's stepped onto the mat has a great half guard. You know, I know, Dale Sotile, his teammate, loves this arm drag look that he's showing right here towards the back. So I'm not surprised to see him using some of these tricks.
So I'll say this can be real dangerous real quick.
He's pumping for that Kimura too. We know he has that strong Kimura on this side. And it can be a way to just get the weight, like get your opponent doing something else other than trying to pass, even if you're just using the grip to scare them a little bit.
That low head position.
Yep, that low head position here. Polansky's on the attack. It's his first look at something real. He's looking at that arm bar. Mike Murray's trying to stack. Mike Murray taps!
Wow.
Jake Polansky via arm bar, fighting up from the bottom. Who would have thought it?
That low head position hurt him, and he found that Kimura.
It's like I said, this guy's always working on the weaknesses, always shoring up the defenses.